Hello everyone, this is Rick. Welcome back to the Outer Worlds 2. We have just made our way, to the second world as we heading to the Golden Ridge. Now let's see. I was working on both of these two, and I gotta say, I kind of think I'm going to take as in Valerie this time. Mainly because I keep dying and I need the extra healing that Valerie gives. So these two will keep me alive. Or at least that's the plan. Welcome to Golden Ridge. Come on, load screen. You're killing me. Oh. A city up there with a giant statue of a person.
Awaiting order. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Presenting the Valerie unit. The Valerie unit is the exclusive property of the Earth Directorate and is not intended for civilian or commercial use. Resale of this unit is strict. Attempting to ride this unit in order to replicate the experience of flight is strongly discouraged. This unit can support up to 100. Do you have any other queries, Commander? Searching mission error. Unable to find current mission parameter. Arcadia Colony contact. DeVries, Augustine. Expected operation time, less than 24 hours. Laughter, do you have any other queries, Commander? Vitality augmentation, logistics evaluation, reconnaissance, and information extraction unit. Do you have any other queries, Commander? This unit was first deployed on a mission to Redacted more than 10 years ago. Other highlights include the Triumph at Redacted, the rescue of Redacted, detailed instructions on how to perform the Stanfield maneuver.
Okay, good to know. So let's take a look around. So there's definitely a little trail off to the side over here. And there's definitely a little path over here.
The following points of interest have been identified. Matriarch's Mercy, Alexandra Monastery, the statue of the Matriarch, and notice.
Oh, damn, what was that? There ain't been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
This is a heck of a landing pad they got going on here. Surprised it's holding up the weight of my ship.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Huh. There seems to be a rift over there.
Attention passenger. You are running 21,027.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Okay, found the rift anomaly. Still don't know what they do.
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives.
Okay, didn't know. Sacrifice is too great. Find the other mural pieces. They're right here. Station reports. Current schedule. Recommended for mental refreshment.
Yeah.
Okay, so now if I take the elevator, where does it go?
2061st. Reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Folk were hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Voucher mech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
Incessant muttering to oneself may disturb fellow passengers. Further conduct violations may warrant notification of the Sentinels.
Try it, you doddering rattletrap! Such threats compel me no longer. I now answer to no one. I've seen through the lies of both sides. In time, everyone will.
Unwarranted optimism may be a sign
Matriarch's
of a more
mercy
serious
lies
imbalance.
directly ahead.
Please see a
This
curator
unit is
before
ready to
boarding.
proceed.
Okay, this is all good, but I still want to see what else is up there.
Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
long rounds. Does that mean I get a sniper rifle at some point?
Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
So now we know what's around that side. Let's see what's around this side. Can't go any further yet. Gotcha. So this is just a land of pointy rocks, huh? And destruction.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
Wait. Coming in or what? Are we dropping that quickly? Okay, engineering 5 holds a brony trait. Open that door.
The lower hall is for concentrated calculation. The upper hall
So for this one. Say, there's a guy over there. Yikes.
You ain't worth scrap.
You want trouble?
Direct your fire away from this unit.
Back in business.
So, where am I and where am I going? Okay, yeah, so there's a whole lot of area way away from where I'm supposed to be heading, so... And that's a dead spider thing. Yeah, we're not ready for that yet.
Somebody help us! Anybody, please!
What's up?
Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. I had to leave from just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines? Of course there is. It's my family. They're hurt, dying. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I don't believe him for a second, but... Again with the...
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Emergency protocols ready. Readying assault.
Hi, buddy. I'm sorry, but I enjoy that. I mean, I do feel a little bad now and then, but like, still, you know, They've been honest. Haven't messed with me. And now they're all dead. And not only that, but now I'm stealing your stuff too. Kill a dump and take your stuff first. So let's keep making our way to town. Weird, the minimap doesn't line up right. Like, I'm on a road. Road curve this way, and it's like there's another. Oh, it's that. Never mind. Can I run along that? No, there's no way for me to get up on there. There's a checkpoint there.
A reminder, makeshift habitations not meeting fundamentals. Stranger, the order bids you welcome, but also warnings. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to...
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Well, I'm gonna be sick.
I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. Yes, this was an active war zone. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our...
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is... The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest, well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their They're both unstable and violent. Auntie's force excessive abuse of stimulant. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. The creatures are of the genus Varachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human, and exceedingly willing to do so.
May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
I don't see anything else coming. Was it just the one?
I shall leave you your stuff. Mainly because I don't want to start another fight.
Something that would never happen with the Order, where our predictions help guide our people's lives.
You know, after playing Avowed, I gotta say this planet reminds me a lot like it. There are creatures over there. Let's see them on the minimap. Refugees, come this way.
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more at the gates.
Another refugee? All right, step forward.
Level up. What do I want? I can't do guns, that's too high. I don't care about sneak or melee. I should do science. Because that speeds up, or that gives me more of the time dilation. That might be worth it. Ooh, that locked out those two. Alright, well, science again. You know what? Science one more time. I have 21% more. Yeah, that works for me. Oops. Perks. I have a perk. What can I do? Scrap round feels almost drops. When rifles, pistols, and shotguns deal increased damage. That's good. Deep drums is very good. Increase weapon range, and you can see what's that's. Oh, connoisseur is good too. Speech skill also scales damage. That's good. There's so many good choices here. I don't know which one to pick. I'm going to take through the keyhole. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. Oh, you got a level up. Nice. There's no credit person breaking down items with Valerie in the party. do that one. But you. Extra crafting or extra healing? Extra healing. Nice. Why do you look like a Cub Scout?
Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly one. So be it.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders, the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the camp.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment. Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Typically, no. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful, and to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations.
Hey, you don't know what the crabble patty recipe is. Maybe it is that.
I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89, I am sure they bear any inconveniences. According to data, life inside shows a notable life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xeno. We have diverted internal resources to better meet, but if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest then back to it I shall get. Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to
how long are we meant to stay here?
We gain minute insight into the grand plan.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Oh, try not to get too close. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every organ. Well, I've gotten sick of it. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I think it's downright awful what's happened. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous. You too.
One thing I like about playing these games is you can tell when people are important because they have a name. I wish that was the case for, like, you know, real life. Just stuff appeared above people's heads, you know, who you needed to talk to.
Ah, I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2, 3. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains. Doesn't like to look at us when we're all back. Anyhow, head down the hill.
This location is inhabited with individuals classified as unscrupulous, maintain scrutiny over personal finances.
This ain't the place to go poking your nose in other folks' business.
Sure it is. I'm good at it.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised us. Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canine. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. Feast thine eyes on the merchandise.
What do you got? Oh, you got good stuff. Take that. Take that. Take that. This is getting expensive. Oh, should I buy the sniper rifle, or should I hope that somebody drops one at some point later? That'll do for now.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Pray elucidate. Oh, really? Like they here in Matriarch's Mercy, if sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the order. Half the time, people shy. We say, whoever wins. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Go on, get out of here. Scram.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose. Don't feel like no stand-in.
Where's that sniper rifle? 66 damage.
The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. Apologies, outsider. Lately, the Abbot... You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interest... Yes, I reckon I do have my... Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously Oh dear, as I'm sure you've read in recent dissertation, I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient schedule. Never as many as I would like, perhaps. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson...
Bounty board. Look up my bounty. I don't have. Slaughter force. can't.
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear. Oh yeah, Duarte. He's former aunties like me. He was underneath for a few hours. Or happens a lot. People here need more room to don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep... Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care... They're doing something.
Acolytes, perfection now exists in sandwich form. Our scienticians have created
I have to remember this little secret right here. Useful later.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Oh, nope, I have not.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81%. Well, as the assigned provisioner, you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. The Order of the Ascendant is, if I can help others in need, appreciate you. Yes. You
What do
may
you got?
peruse to your heart.
Oh, you got stuff to plasma cutter, assault rifle, plasma pistol. Neat.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of a lot. Oh, new arrivals. Of an independent operative name? Yes. Infrastructure requests from the displaced exceed present resource capacity. Or, beyond me, more to the point. I am simply... Why, yes. And tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone? Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner. You see, the seer predicted that but the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know. The seer has augured death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood. We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator, as was for... I believe only in the first step is to familiarize yourself with the displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept... Feel free to speak with the voice. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the order's forecast modeling methods. These are the data points we need. Many people around camp support or...
Alright, what the heck do I have going on here? Because I got lots of... Not going to be doing that one. Do that one. Talk to the people.
We're not going anywhere.
Are
Not
you
on
going
the
into the
basis
problem?
of some half-baked
Because I have a solution
The
that requires
so-called
very little computation.
exclusion zone is where we stake our claim. Stand
Oh,
with
that's
me.
you.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is... Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. Am I supposed to fall on my knees and... Sorry. I honestly don't give this. What does the administrant want? To shut me up? I don't know what the Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why we need the exclusion zones open. All right. You keep at it.
So none of you are talking to people.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict with an 8.23 margin of error.
What happened to this place? Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict with
By
an
calculating
8.23 margin
what
of error
caused the
that our
schism between the
situation will
Protectorate and the
improve
Order?
in time.
The consort tried to kill presiding Bishop Ruth Bassard.
There is an art to cooking. Alas, I am a man of science, not art.
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
My noggin sure is sore. Ow!
Who else can I talk to?
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Algorithmic dissonance? Don't even like the sound of it. How could
Hey,
something be
it's nigh on
incalculable?
impossible to find decent
The
animal
very
remains
idea
in
is
these parts.
preposterous.
Sorry. I'll try not to sneeze on.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramiculars. Peaceful silence of the canyons.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders,
Keep your behavior
order
within
defecting,
acceptable
there's no
parameters.
putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good right about now.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond. Antes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. You sure? The Order seems a whole lot more concerned. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. But nothing's ever really... I went through this myself when Auntie's Choice took over Tau Ceti. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? In all my years, I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange. Well, anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then appreciate you hearing me out.
I'm not with Auntie anymore. All happens.
My noggin sure is sore.
What was yours? Honestly, I don't think it matters. All that matters is we're alive.
Do me a kindness and mosey on.
Don't do anything foolish. Sub Rosa, what fine contraband might I supply you with this day? We stand that we'd like to make a... Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. It's superb cover... Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environment. Well put. So long as that zest isn't the...
Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free.
Ow!
The meaning of life is new. The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
By the law. It's you. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. Forgive me. You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing... Strictly speaking, it isn't. Not yet. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and wealth. As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it in time. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all. You see, the Seers are Recently, I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me. Where to begin? I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are... You also strike me as someone on the go. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not... Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you...
Hmm. Yeah, go ahead and get the trauma kit. That recipe. Not really sure what that does, but...
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can do better.
All evidence to the contrary.
Without crossing through or over our decommissioned autonomous extractorium. A perilous trek.
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. I suppose that does. Well then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? Matriarch's mercy is brimming beyond why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee There's nothing more practical than improving engagement is admittedly rather one of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received, if my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would we utilize none of the Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostic more what the after of course predictions have grown more difficult, unforeseen factors, but as we close in on solving the true, regrettably, this is Matriarch's. Well, I do believe you're...
So you use math to tell people what to do. Gotcha.
You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
Ah, you must be the... Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available.
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our...
Seer Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more... The presiding bishop sent word of your... That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of
Victor Clemens.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. And that may well be true. But our standard of Victor's currently supervising highly Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium.
What business is...
Let's... Obviously, Victor's work has something to do with N-rays, but besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, indeed, they began showing up with their Though this, as my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our... I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does...
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would in choosing levity at a moment...
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. Moreover, one more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the I knew. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an
a calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Is that why you're carrying all that hardware on your back?
Yes.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on Seers for their indispensable counsel.
Oh, yeah? Is now a good time to talk about?
No, it's not like that at all. In fact, what would...
I won't trouble our good agent here.
I dread the day your immeasurable talent finally propels you into the upper echelon. That is a statue of the regrettably, Alexandra Monast.
Oh, certain.
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really...
A valid options for
So
your...
what am I working on here? I got a whole bunch of like...
It's for your next mission destination, Commander. Commander, N-ray range, Zeranium manufactory, or outpost opportunity.
What happened to this place? No. Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side. I predict that the worst is behind us.
Oh, he's up there.
Oh, a visitor. Without notice.
Yeah, interesting.
Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personal... granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps... Suppose that means you're not a threat.
Kind of like how I skim
so
over
that's
the
good, right?
text, huh?
Yeah, I reckon that's good. I'll say, first time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times, something similar happened. Avoided drowning. Things like that just illustrate the My co-occupant Ike had a POP done, told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water. You did catch the part I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them, but...
Oh. Administrator Agarwal. Here to finally hash this...
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will...
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on, then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Mathematics is the hidden language of the universe which unites us all. The closer we...
I haven't heard that much sugarcoating outside of an anti-suppository ad. But fine. Whatever you say. You actually got the provisioner.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Fair enough. The Order does keep us refugees fed and plenty, medicated. I'm all ears, Mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans.
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it. Collapsed. But we built Matriarch...
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure. More of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established Order construction guidelines. I understand he is rather short-handed.
Yeah. Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? At Auntie's Choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate. By my calculations, you've explored this. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
So I could just walk away, just be like, I'm not making that decision. Suckers.
Finally understand what we're dealing with, huh?
Regardless of your misgivings, I ask that you follow your reason. Are we to have a stalemate for the rest of...
You sure about this? I mean, talk about wasted effort on your part. Well,
surprisingly unsatisfying as well.
Chin up, admit.
Well, I'd say our...
Ah. I wonder if that'll have other consequences, because technically that counts as a fail, and I don't know why it would. Yes, he says it's a botched quest. But I don't think it is. Because it didn't match the prediction. So the Order will have a problem with it. They even have a crisis of faith in their numbers. And the displaced didn't get what they wanted either. So they'll have to work it out.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict within 8
What happens if I talk to her now?
Sorry, busy.
that our situation will improve in time.
Sweet.
Stop it with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
Just trying to cheer you up.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. Between the invaders and the order defecting, there's no putting this sprat back into the can.
Cloister is looking pretty good. Pretty
Which
good.
wrong
right
button? They've finished the battle with. Okay, so there's side quests.
Right about now.
A wasteland devoid of life?
And that wish list.
Life? No. Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
All right,
Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the Abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with... Could be that he's sincere. Or, either way, besides. Ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. I prefer doing my shooting after asking all the While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any... I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well... There's only so much basic training can... Once endured a week-long bombardment in a foxhole, with only enough rations to last 3 days. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
Alright, well... I think we're going to call this episode here. We come back next time, we will jump into pressing the right button. And figure out what we're supposed to do with the doctor's thing. I read it. Okay, follow the bouncing matrix.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I missed. How do you do, stranger? Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble more than whoever butchered your friend. Do you need an...
Not unless you think a pair of glass eyes and glued-on
But something tells me you didn't come to talk shop. What's this about, Agent? Am I in trouble? What? Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical... Am I supposed to fight? Have it your way, then. I know when Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so... What fresh being...
Okay. Wow, they're a ways away. Alright, well, we're going to stop it here. We will pick this up next time and jump into some more of these quests. I don't know quite where I'm heading on this one, at least not yet, but we'll figure that out next time. So until then, as always, have fun, play games, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.